Good afternoon. In the coming weeks and beginning tomorrow, I'll be talking to the American people about America's energy crisis. Americans want to understand better why they are experiencing such difficulties and why the rising cost of gasoline in America is causing them, particularly Americans on fixed income, to endure very significant economic challenges and pain. So I'll be talking about our dependency on foreign oil, how we can reduce and eventually eliminate it, and the steps that we have to take immediately. Tomorrow I'll call for lifting the federal moratorium for states that choose to permit exploration. I think that this, and perhaps providing additional incentives for states to permit exploration off their coasts would be very helpful in the short term in resolving our energy crisis. We've seen the impact of it in the form of food prices, in the form of gasoline, in the form of threats of inflation, and indeed indications of inflation. And we must embark on a national mission to eliminate our dependence on foreign oil and reduce greenhouse gases through the development of alternate energy sources. And as I said, exploration is a step toward the longer-term goal, and I will repeat my advocacy of a gas tax holiday, which is impacting low-income Americans on fixed income who are driving automobiles that consume gasoline at a greater rate, and they're driving further, and I think they deserve a break. As we all know, I have called repeatedly now for town hall meetings. Town hall meetings between Senator Obama and myself, so that if we're really going to change the dynamic in Washington and change how we do business, let's change the campaign. Let's go back to what Barry Goldwater and President Kennedy had committed to. Let's go around the country, let the American people talk to us and ask us their questions. I think it would be a way to change not only the dialogue in Washington, but also in political campaigns. They're tired of the spin rooms. They're tired of the sound bites. They're tired of the plucking phrases out of statements and distorting them. And I think they deserve a better campaign than the kinds that they've experienced in recent years. So I hope that that Senator Obama will reconsider my invitation. There is I understand, a meeting in California of La Raza shortly after the 4th of July. Both of us have accepted invitations to speak to that organization. My recommendation is that we have a town hall meeting together in front of La Raza. I think that people would be far more informed and maybe in some ways entertained if we had that format. Again, I'll reserve a day a week between now and the convention so that Senator Obama and I can give the American people what I think they deserve. And that's the town hall meeting, which is the essence of democracy. Yesterday I met with the Iraqi foreign minister. I've known him for more than a decade. He's a fine representative of his nation, and I'm glad he's visiting this country. There is no doubt in his mind or my mind that the surge is succeeding. We are winning in Iraq. And the whole debate in this campaign should be about whether we're going to allow that surge to continue to succeed, or we are again going to do what Senator Obama wanted to do, and that is to set a date for withdrawal long ago without giving the surge a chance to succeed. He was wrong when he said that the surge would not succeed. He was wrong when he said that we were failing in Iraq as a result of it, and he's wrong today when he continues to acknowledge the success that we have experienced. I am convinced that we are on the path to victory. And that victory means Americans come home, but they come home with honor and victory, not in defeat. The consequences of Senator Obama's advocacy for a time for withdrawal and set dates without regard to conditions on the ground, in my view, leads to chaos and genocide. The success of the surge, which is already very apparent across that nation, are very obvious also. A reduction in Iranian influence, a functioning democracy, and a bastion of American interests, as well as the interests of freedom and democracy in the region. So I hope that Senator Obama, who now is closing in on its 900th day since he visited Iraq, I urge him to meet with the foreign minister of Iraq, and more importantly, I ask